Patriots Day is about the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013. Now, this movie touches base the day before the bombing, the day of the bombing, and all the events that led up to it, and the FBI and the Boston PD's citywide manhunt for the two terrorists that planned the whole damn thing. Patriots Day was directed by Peter Berg, and it stars a gang of actors that you know and that you love. I'm talking about John Goodman, Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Monaghan, Kevin Bacon, J.K. Simmons, and a gang of other great actors. Now, this movie marks the third movie that Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg have done that is based on true events or a true story, starting with Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon in 2015, and now this. And this movie follows suit with those ones. It is hit straight up out the park. Now, one of the primary reasons the Patriots Day was executed so well, frankly, Peter Berg has a passion and a gift for putting true life events on the big screen. He gives us a through line. We are primarily following Officer Tommy Sanders, who was at the finish line when the bombs began going off. Now, while we're following him through the movie, we're also getting great backstory and character development to other characters that might seem like side characters, but still play a key role in the apprehension of these two terrorists. Now, back in 2015, I saw Clint Eastwood's Sully. Sully and Patriots Day, clearly two different movies, clearly two different stories. But the reason why I'm going to draw a comparison to that movie is because they are still true events. Clint Eastwood, I don't think, executed the backstory of some of the side characters or the development very well, and I don't think he got good acting out of them because every time he showcased them on screen, I felt pulled out of the movie and I lost interest. Whereas Peter Berg, all of the characters that were maybe a little bit smaller, not as important, I cared about them from minute one, and everything that they had going on, I was still rooting for them just as much as our primary characters. Again, that's a testament to not only the acting quality that he can get from smaller character roles, but as a director in general. Big ups, Peter Berg. Now, if we're keeping it real, let's be honest, Peter Berg had a hard job to do. When this movie first came out, or at least was first talked about, a lot of people thought, nah, is this just a cash grab? I mean, it didn't happen that long ago. But I thought that Peter Berg came out, handled this material extremely well, and paid great tribute to Boston and showed how strong those people are and how they can come together and lift each other up. Also, I don't think that this movie works without Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg gives a stellar performance in this movie. I'm not going to front on you guys. He had my eyes watering a number of times. Not just because of the subject matter, but because of his performance. Now let's talk action for a minute. Peter Berg knows how to direct action. One thing that I love about his action and his direction of it is that it's very much so grounded in reality. Let's face it, Hollywood is Hollywood, and Hollywood can get bloated sometimes. Their action set pieces can be very much so overblown. Peter Berg can ground his action set pieces in reality, put you in the action. You know where everyone is at, where all the sounds and all the action is coming from, so it seems extremely realistic. But the other thing that I love about his action is how he leads up to it. Sometimes you can have a movie with a whole bunch of action that looks really cool, but maybe there's no stakes involved. He gives you all of the stakes necessary to be drawn into this action set piece, so it's not just bang, bang, shoot 'em up, bombs are going off. You really are worried about all of these characters, even though you don't know the actual characters that are involved in this particular action set piece. Seriously, phenomenal. Look, y'all, I could talk a whole lot more about this movie, but I don't want to spoil anything because I really think this is one that is worthy of a trip to the cinema. Get your butt up off the couch, go get you that ticket, and go support and watch Patriots Day. It's a great film. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I broke it down enough for y'all to be interested and take my word for it. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Like, subscribe, I'm out.